Let's roll, GM. We're coming off a weekend where I think the hot button topic is range of outcomes. Even in a 2 game slate, team scroll the F down was needed. Just speaking to a football game where we saw 38 points, NFC Championship game, 38 points, and none of the receivers over 36 yards. Like, it's just incredible that we can see these high scoring games and them not matter for fantasy purposes. There was one field goal, there was no special team scoring, there was no there was no defensive scoring, and yet no one cracks over like 30 something yards. Like, just we spend all week talking up the best plays and who we're going to get from certain game environments, and then nothing matters. Like, it's crazy. Like, just talking range of outcomes of these contests and why you need to have such wide ranging exposures, such wide ranging thought process, right? Because this was a very real possibility.
We just got rugged hard on good football this weekend. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
You needed to scroll down, but also, I mean, getting obviously Kelsey and then either McCaffrey or Sanders. It didn't have to be McCaffrey. I saw obviously the winner was a 3-way chop up with McCaffrey and Kelsey, but it could have been Sanders as well to get there. But obviously nobody had the McCaffrey Sanders or Kelsey Sanders with MBS and Higgins, and that was what was important. But yeah, man, I was so hyped for this weekend. Like, I was so looking forward to this weekend and to watch good football. And in both games, just unfortunately, just like really underwhelming games for different reasons. But we are going to get a good Super Bowl matchup, so that's dope. But just really weird games. I didn't feel good after watching
right?
football.
It did come off sour. It did feel like we got cheated, right? But I mean, that's what you get when you get a 4-string quarterback playing for one of the two teams. And like, we talked about this. We're like, they're going up against a legendary pass rush, right? Like, we're talking about the team that almost set the all-time sack record. We talked about this on Thursday or Friday. And is range of outcomes not that he just gets smoked on like the first or second series, gets a fumble, and then all of a sudden is out of the ball game because he's hurt? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's range of outcomes, is it not? I mean, it's not high, but it's there.
Yeah.
We're just not in the realm of predicting injuries. So,
exactly.
Of course not. Yeah, of course.
But I mean, it's a percentage, a small little sliver. Like, don't get me wrong, exactly. It's in there. Yeah, I mean, for people, it's in there. But yeah, for predicting it in the range of outcomes ourselves, I'm never in the realm of predicting the injuries. But yeah, to Nez's point, it does feel like we literally got rugged. Do these comments of Nez right now.
Karaoke. Yeah, let me just address the elephant in the room here. There's a few things going on. Yeah. I mean, I can get some karaoke if you want. We can make a karaoke hour. But no, I'm in the third option of offices in my apartment building. Smallest one, no desk. I'm on like a little coffee table here. So just bear with me. I'm doing the best I goddamn can today, given the circumstances.
Yeah. But between those games and Tony Romo screaming at me about like every other play, like in my living room, it was just it was an awful viewing experience.
He had a rough game. He had a really rough game.
Yeah, it was. One of his things was just like, this is when players got to step up and make a big play, and I'm like, is that what happens here? It's like shit, like. Has I been thinking about this all wrong my entire life? This is when your star players step up and they make the big plays? Shit, Tony. Thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know. He had a rough.
It's a hard job at times for sure, but like
it is.
Remember how loved and was like he was beloved. He was like, this is the future. He's calling out plays before the snaps. Everybody loves him so much, and now everybody's like, fuck this guy. I kind of think like Greg Olson might have that same vibe too, where it's like we love what's new and we're like, yeah, this guy's amazing at his job. Look at how good he is. And then all of a sudden, a year later, the allure waves off and
I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim.
Yeah. Let's jump here to there we go. Classic John. Let's big shout outs first and foremost to the OG BR. I'm all over the place today. Conference championship. There we go. As you can see, I basically only did the original BR and the rest of the stuff was on stream this week. But shout out Dusty 16. I mean, OG Discord guy. We knew him in the Spike Week Discord back in the day. We knew him from the baseball streets over the summer. And just a beautiful thing to see a member of the community who contributes so much that we've talked to for so long and then come out and rip a BR here. So you love to see it. Big shout outs to him. And a three-way chop, which is not surprising with only 2 games on the slate. But, we got Nez's boy, MVS, in here. Nez has been talking about MVS for so long. Range of outcomes of MVS over and over. But, oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Numi gets home, baby. Numi gets home.
Numi
That's
gets
the story
home.
of the slate.
So the thesis has always been 6-yard TD and everyone on the wide receiving core gets hurt. Those have always been the thesis, everyone. Like, come on.
That's all it took. That's all it took.
Oh, man. Yeah, there you go. Anthony's in the chat hanging out. What's up, baby?
Shout out
appreciate
Dusty.
you,
Shout out
man.
Dusty. Yes,
big,
sir.
Big shout out.
Way back when we were grinding them before like lockout season. We were sharing data back and forth about MLB stuff. So yeah, he's been a grinder for a long time now. No better time. I told him like you just saved it for the last possible BR. Nice. Just save that bank till the end. You've been so close all these many times. He's been showing me, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, we'll just save it for the end. You know what I mean? I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, love it. So I mean, very, very strong team with the. I imagine he's set already, but I imagine it was drafted early in the week where he was buying the Mahomes fall, where you could kind of get this CMC plus Kelsey at the 4-5, and then the quarterbacks run in front, and then you get left with late Mahomes. And we talked about it. We talked about it multiple times this week that was one of the formulas, right? Like that was our favorite formula to attack was how late can we get Mahomes? But then he still does the scroll EF down and pairs it with him. Is it a little bit of run good to put these 3 pieces together? Absolutely. Is it a little bit more run good to get T. Higgins on the run back? Absolutely. But then to scroll the F down and get P. Ryan, who wasn't getting drafted all the time, and then get MVS, who wasn't getting drafted all the time in this, and that be the piece you need. I mean, very, very sharp lineup, very sharp construction that we've talked about it so many times that even if you get those premium pieces and you're able to pair them together, you still need to scroll the F down sometimes, right? And This is beautiful. Masterclass in that from Dusty.
Yeah, big shout.
That was awesome.
Man. Big shouts. Mm-hmm. It's funny. I mean, it makes sense by the way the scores went, and I think it was so spread out on the Eagle side besides Sanders, but the Eagles putting up the 31 spot and not having one Eagle in that lineup too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it just going back and seeing how the scoring went, but yeah, that's just he just has it from the CMC side and then all from that game. So
yeah, here, and Chad's already done the work for me because I was literally just going to look this up in the sheet. Not unobtainable, right? Other people had access to this. Other people had access to the CMC Kelsey Mahomes at 4.64%. Was it low? Was it contrarian? Did you need some volume to get there? Did you need to be drafting early in the week to get there? Absolutely. 100%. But it wasn't completely unobtainable. Like I had 1, maybe 2 of them, and I just wasn't smart enough to pair it with MVS and Samaje, right?
And Sanders scored 1 less point than McCaffrey as well. So it's not like McCaffrey pulled away from the field by any means.
Right. Yeah. Could you have won with Sanders and someone other than Pirine? Sanders and Isaiah Pacheco?
No? I don't think so. I think Pacheco was slightly under Pirine.
Okay. Yeah, I got you
Yeah,
there.
Pacheco scored 11 points, so like a 0.9 difference. I think it would have actually like canceled out.
Okay, let's see. Sanders. No, Sanders only had 17. So you needed. Oh, McCaffrey had 18.6. So
That's
you
what I'm saying.
needed
It like cancels out that
1.6
combo.
difference. Yeah. Huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, it was rare, but it's not like CMC was like the skeleton key. Kelsey was,
Right.
but
Yeah.
CMC was
Here.
not.
All I had to do was click at the team
Did-
below.
Because did any
Nice.
other tight end put up double digit or even close?
No, no one else had double digits at tight ends.
Not even close. So yeah,
No,
that was
yeah.
just the immediate like no Kelsey, no cash again. Like
And
Yeah.
no MVS, no cash. He was the
yeah,
real.
that's a good point too. Yeah, yeah. It's just
Mhm.
just thinking in terms of I'm just trying to think of in terms because like Goddard had what like 4, Kittle didn't have much, and Hurst had a little. So yeah, just thinking of terms of like the 3 other tight ends, and then Gray, it's just like no one even put up close to that. But yeah, then MVS puts up a 20 spot.
This is the best comp I've seen in a minute. Paul with the Romo is the Kingsbury of announcing. That is so good. Like just coming in the league, horizontal rate. Let's go.
Yeah,
See,
doing
like
a little too much.
We're giving Greg Olson a little bit too much credit here. I mean, great rapper, bad announcer. No, he's a good announcer too.
Great rapper, bad announcer. I love it.
It's
Great
rare
rapper,
that you
though.
get somebody who understands like analytics and is able to explain them in a way that Olsen does. And Twitter's all over him. And anytime the internet's all over someone, it kind of is a little off-putting. You want to like ease up on the hype, but he's definitely good. I might take Collinsworth over him, but he's good.
Mike Tariq,
Yeah,
dude,
like
that you tweeted it out. Like, how underappreciated do we feel like when we got that Tony Dungy and who was it? Tony Dungy and Al Michaels, was it? Or whoever, Tony Dungy and whoever.
I've never felt appreciated for Tony Dungy.
No, I'm saying we got Tony Dungy and it was terrible. And then the next week it was Mike Tirico and someone, and John's like, how underappreciated does Mike Tirico now feel like that? It was that Cincinnati call when he was like, I had it, like he was going as nuts as you felt like as the play was going, like giving it. Like, I don't know. I think Mike Tirico is a very under. I mean, maybe not that people don't hate. I just think he's up there as a.
I think Tirico's legit.
Really good.
He's really good.
He does Olympics too, and he's really good at that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Shout out. I know Crash Rich hangs out Deposit Kingdom there. He took down the triple option. We see Eagles' name is up there. Man, I saw on this other blitz, I see DMC up here again as well. So, I mean, looks like DMC had a real nice weekend there.
Always, it seems.
Yeah, always flirting with it. You know, another one right here in the conversation. Obviously a quality player.
Volume. Yeah, he's putting in the mass volume too. So gotta respect that too. You see him in there in every single contest when they open up.
Yeah. I wanted to hit on the single game contest for a second here. Chip was pretty close to this one. Shout out Chip for having a nice lineup in this one. But just talking range of outcomes here, 3 Philadelphia running backs. You know?
I love that so much. I don't know why I love that so much. It warms my heart.
I know, right? Like I don't know why this warms my heart, but
it makes it seem like it's beatable. Like the edge is still like, just using telling a story. It's there right here. We're back, baby. We're back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So very interesting because you go, you tell the story that like the whole offense runs through McCaffrey on the other side. And then it's a ground and pound win on this side. Throw the stats out the window. Throw these run defenses out the window. They just go establish the shit out of it. And, Philadelphia gets up early, and then they just grind clock with all 3 running backs.
And Hurt scored a rushing touchdown. Like
right, yeah. 4 touchdowns on the ground, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, but just kind of fun. I just wanted to bring that one up just in terms of, range outcomes, right?
Exactly.
Because I genuinely feel like that was like the thesis of this weekend. And I mean, some of it was guided by injury where basically every pass catcher, we had all the FUD surrounding Kittle basically between when we stopped doing shows and when first kick was, there was all this FUD surrounding Kittle with the back spasms, and then
You mean
Kelsey? Kelsey. My bad. I did that.
Tight end that starts with it has a K in it. You're close.
Yeah, man. I've done it twice now. I threw a tweet yesterday too, and I said Kelsey instead of Kittle, just because you're just typing with the K. Yeah, we're talking Kelsey. My bad. With that, right? So all of a sudden you were getting a little discount in those AFC contests as well there, and then we were talking. I lost my train of thought completely now. The run with Tony. Like if Tony comes down with that catch for the touchdown to start that game off, you know what I mean? Like maybe we're painting a little bit of a different narrative, or maybe if McCole Hardman doesn't get hurt or whatever, and just all these variables that play into that. So much happens in a 2-game slate that those screenshot babies that we keep sharing around every single time are never the ones that take this shit down, because so much can happen in these games, even when it's just 2, right? So,
yeah.
Anything.
I mean that. I don't know that just the I mean, the telling a story 2-game slate, like the what if all running backs on the Philadelphia Eagles score? Like I know that's result, but it's just like telling these crazy things, just like that. Just to put a bow on it, like it makes me, I'm vindicated on my lineups, telling a story and doing these crazy things. And of course, this is the week I do one $5 lineup.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a strange weekend where it's like I stopped after the initial contest because I was like,
nice.
I don't want to. Yeah, that just by happenstance too. It stopped at lock. Like I was just jamming right before it locked.
Nobody runs pure.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was just kind of like, I don't want to do this all again when another contest opened. You know what I mean? Where it was like, I thought volume was king this week. I thought, getting in some fortunate spots and some good rooms. So as soon as this original BR closed, I was like, can I get 100, 150 into the next contest? Probably, but I don't really want to repeat this entire process again. Maybe if I wasn't doing other stuff this weekend and had more time, I would have, but just, I don't know.
I think it's interesting that the cash line was so low. I mean, I get it because there were some really, really ugly games, but a 58.5 cash line is like, I mean, that's a really shitty score. and you still you make like $1, but I had just for my own sweats, I had 2 at 93. But that's going to be kind of hard to find. They were like $200 caches.
Yep.
But yeah, I had a lot of volume. Made a little bit of money this weekend, but obviously wanted a little bit more. But there's one of them. Yeah. So goddamn Juju, dude. Like I have these grenades in like every lineup basically, where it's like either Juju blew up on me or Tony blew up on me. But I'm really curious to see what they do for the Super Bowl. I'm guessing it's going to be a super flex. How they've done with these single games, but
same lineup.
I haven't decided. That's funny. Same exact.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll think some more through Super Bowl. I don't want to get too far ahead. I'd love.
Yeah, we got 2 damn weeks.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks to fill and talk.
We got to get Pro Bowl contests filling. I'm just kidding.
Pro Bowl, that'd be sick. Little flag football Pro Bowl contest. I wonder what they're experimenting with that. But yeah,
that's awesome.
We've talked about this at length for, I guess, the better part of 3 months now, where we don't have the skeleton key and the perfect solution for the single game contest yet. So I don't know what it's going to look like for the Super Bowl, or as we have to call it on Underdog, the big game.
But
that's
great.
Yeah, it is so good. It actually makes it more fun to call it the big game.
It's so silly that like all these platforms can't say Super Bowl. It's so stupid.
There's definitely like this, like add defense, add a captain slot, add a multiplier to where your score is per round. So like if you draft X in the first round, you could have a multiplier in the fourth. We've experimented with so many of these. Make it tight end premium. We've experimented with so many of these concepts, and I don't know that it's what you want to do to roll out for a big one, you know? Yeah, Chip going with captain slot 1.5 and a $50,000 salary. I mean,
Oh,
the
geez, yeah, that
nature of
sounds
it is
great. Never heard of that.
yeah, yeah.
And
the
then go
nature of it
public
is-
and then ignore the players and then yeah, let's do all that. Ignore collusion. Yeah, let's just
Worry about
build
your
a
sports book.
yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is there,
Well,
but
to your point, yeah, I don't think I think they do. I think they do maybe a bigger one. I think what they'll do is like I think people have made it clear that they don't want a really large single game because of like the
Right.
dupids. Maybe they run the
Mhm.
same thing they kind of did with these ones, but then they run multiple. But then they have
Yeah.
what they did this week, and all of a sudden they have their different side contests, like a $3 weird one. Here's the defense. Here's this, and they try that out, and they see.
Mhm.
I mean, they have 2 weeks to technically fill it, so they could
Right.
run a test thing this week and see and get these, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they have all their big because they'll know what people like more and they'll get feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 2
I
weeks.
agree.
I like
I
that.
wonder how many contests over under just. I mean, I guess it depends the size, but I'm assuming there's going to be some smaller and some hundreds over all the contests. Over under how many total BRs do you think we get?
I think 10.
I was gonna say 11.
I was going to say more
okay.
because I'm
Well,
talking
the line is
the
10.5
$100 too. I'm talking the bombs, the flea flickers, everything. All the $5, all
Yeah.
these 10s, all these different. I was putting it at 20. Like I'm adding in the big like.
I think
I mean, they ran like 6 flea flickers on just Sunday.
right. Yeah, I think you're right, Numi. I think it's relative to the initial sizing of the first BR.
Exactly.
I think that will govern how many total contests we get. But I think the first contest, if we keep it around 56, 51, 48K, like that, the same as this weekend, I think you could see 3 of those get filled.
I wonder if they do a 56, the same style single game they've been doing because it's so
I don't
large.
know. It's so big. Yeah.
So
I wouldn't
wonder
love it.
If you
I
hear
think it
us,
would
I
make
don't think that's a good idea.
I think it would make sense to do like a 25, maybe like a 20, and then you could do so many. Like you could literally do the flea flickers. Those things would fill.
Right.
You'd be on contest number 20 probably soon enough. People, I mean, they want to draft it. They will draft it.
Right.
You'll have the payouts.
What about multiple price points, same size? So we go with like 4 contests, and they're all like 4K. They're all 4K. Yeah, 3 or 4s, whatever. I think they would go with 4, but yeah, maybe having a 3 just in general would be a fun one too. But like if you went with that, and then you had one that was $5, one that was 25, one maybe 5, 10, 25, or like 5, 25, 50, something like that. I don't know if you could fill a big one that was like 50 like that. I don't know. Just thinking
I think
out
people
loud
would
with,
be
like,
more thrown off at a big one. That's I would be, because I'd be like, I mean, that's just dupe city, find it, you know what I mean? Like, and then how much are you entering to get maybe the combo that then gets thrown out because it's 0.01 that just falls in that. So it's like, I would just feel more inclined if it was smaller. I don't know what that number is. For me, I'm just throwing out 20, but like,
I think, I think they're cognizant of that. So it'll be once the week rolls on, I do think that we'll see multiple of the small ones. So I think they're cognizant of that, of dupes in each contest, and it doesn't matter if it's a smaller one. It's the only football game on this coming week, this next weekend. So I think we'll get a lot, and it'll make sense.
Just to tie a bow on football before we move on and do some actual drafting and do some hoops stuff. Well, there's a couple things here. I'm looking at this puck one. Someone said it in the chat. I can't scroll.
I'll be entering that.
Oh, there you go, Brett Boy, saying 1 game hockey slate almost half full. The hoops is only half full right now. Like the people are desperate, like for drafting right now. The sickos are
this is
sitting
nuts.
here. This is wild, right?
We went from only getting 1 hoops contest on Monday because everyone wanted to do NFL and you couldn't fill it. They didn't want to do that, to now getting the normal sized big one plus the full court. And before 11:30 my time, near 50 or 50% full. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. There you go. Shout out Numi for a late night Saturday
fellas.
after dark takedown. Yeah, big shouts there. I forgot about that. And then I think Chip had one in the hockey too. So big shouts there. Yeah, you love to see
DJ,
it, man.
shout out, the puck god king himself, DJ Sabers, DJ Mitchell. I just pick Sabers all the time because I see him because I'm in the puck streets all the time now. Your boy, I got second last night. I'll shout out a second for a boy that knows nothing. Like I knew 4 or 2 of the 6 players in there. Doesn't
Nice
matter. They're chess pieces.
Puck guy.
Yeah.
Big puck.
So, oh yeah. We're in there. We were sweating, getting some Carolina guy needed him to get a little more points. A little more.
I love it. Yeah, GA say win golf. I think we might do something like that tomorrow or in upcoming days here. I wanted to just rip it. Noomies, like I actually have smart things to say.
1 second.
So then,
for anyone wanting to do it, if you want to jump in it,
speak into the microphone. I can't hear you.
For anyone wanting to do it that wants to do it beforehand, because I'm going to try and get a sheet. It's going to be my own sheet, so I'll post it in the Discord. There's 4 things that I think that are just going to be really helpful right off the bat for golf. It's going to be, these are 4 majors. It's only 4 tournaments. That's the only thing it is. It's not all of them, so it's just the 4 majors. Next, we're working with. You have to figure out what players are actually likely to play. The Masters is the smallest field tournament of them all. It's exclusive to get in there. Mm-hmm. It's the first tournament of them all, but in regards to the actual tournament it's the first round. So it makes it very unique because a lot of the players that are going to be drafted later on aren't even going to be in the Masters field to begin with, but they'll be in others. So you have that aspect basically. So one, how are they actually going to play? Like how many tournaments are they going to get? So I'm going to make a sheet of each tournament.
It's kind of like, if I can use a bro science analogy, it's kind of like pushing a bye week team through, except for that bye week team isn't a number 1 seed. They might just kind of be like an okay golfer.
Yes, but and you also don't even know who's going to be like we have to feel like some people might not be qualified for the PGA Championship, US Open and Open right now, but they could get qualified for it during the season after drafts, doing drafts. Right. So you have that aspect for it. So getting basically who's 4 of 4 right now, who's 3 of 4 and can go up. That's number 1. 2, how likely are they to win? Get your odds for each tournament. Just use Vegas odds. 3, convert underdog scoring. That's what we're going to do as well into scoring. 4, the one thing is live golfers. I have to go in and check, but because it's majors and not actually PGA, majors hold different standards. So they might allow live golfers to be in the field. I don't know about the Masters. People are going to come swarming in here and telling me I haven't done the official check-in. I'll do that. But I know last year, the US Open and the last one allowed certain live golfers to come in.
Who's on the live tour now that I can look up?
Cam Smith, number 11 in ADP. Just type in right there, 11 in ADP. Joaquin Neiman. So if you just go, right there,
Cameron Smith. So he's on live tour, but he's going to be major eligible. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go down this route.
We'll go through that, but those are the 4 things. If anyone wants to clip it, write those down that I would recommend. If you are eager to jump in now, I would get those. Those are going to be very helpful just in terms of building sound lineups before you dig deep into the more strategy. And the last thing I'll say is these are more in line of playoff contests. So in terms of the random ability and just the variance aspect of it, it's very game theory driven, these PGA. So
nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Touch on it more, and we'll have more stats, and I'll have more background and more things to talk about it. So, and if we don't want to do it on a main show or whatever, we can do at night, but whatever works.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm down to talk a little club, talk a little hole. Is that what do we?
Whoa, save that for after dark, buddy.
Man says talk a little club, talk a little hole. We're 1 away from being canceled.
You know what's messed up is that YouTube won't let us call it Badge Bros after dark or Badge Bros at night. I guess there's inherently something naughty about that in YouTube's algo, so that's why it's unhinged.
Love it.
Unhinged is better though, apparently.
Yeah. They're
unhinged.
Okay, let's talk. I think we just jump straight into the hoop streets and we just do some drafts and talk through it on the fly. But the Cole's Notes version, based on Numi's stuff here, is nobody's on a back-to-back. Nobody played yesterday. There was only 3 game slate yesterday, but 4 total games. Nobody who played yesterday is playing today. Lakers are on a front end of a back-to-back, and they've already ruled out LeBron and AD, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. And then highest total on the slate, Warriors, OKC. So you see both Steph and SGA up there, obviously. Washington and San Antonio and Sacramento and Minnesota as like the 3 highest total games on the slate right there. Any macro level stuff outside of the Embiid and Luka Q tags, Numi?
Trae Young.
Trey Q as well. Okay.
That was late last night. So yeah, but yeah, like you said, Joel, in terms of the top, like 3, in terms of the top picks, like an ADP, you got Joel Embiid and Luka in the top 5 for Q tags.
Okay.
How I'm leaning right off the bat, I think Joel plays now. Both of them seem like easy rest spots because they seem like you should dominate those teams in terms of Detroit and Orlando.
Yep.
I think Embiid played like 38 minutes his last game. Granted, it was against Jokic, so those are games Embiid gets up for. He's Embiid, that type of guy. So
making an MVP case with that game.
That's the reasoning I think he plays, and there's no worry for him is the fact that he played just so recently on, I think it was Saturday, and played like 38 minutes. Luka still hasn't played since that ankle injury. He just doesn't need to play. The thing is, he's far and away the top ceiling guy on the slate in multiple sites by like 6, 7, 8 points on certain ones. So he's been a guy I've been just trying to push to the second. I have 8 second-round Luka so far. I've been loving that. I've been taking it up. Nice. I've also just been hedging that with I also don't think he plays, so I'm also very.
I don't think he does either.
On Spencer,
I think he's legit hurt.
No, 100%. So then those are the 2 Q tags up there. You got Trae Young, which will affect Murray, which will affect the auxiliary pieces for Atlanta, Clint Capella. Obviously, just there's more to go around with that ball in Murray's hands. Easier, just pick and roll options to the basket for Capella. And then you have all the other ones in Bogdanovich and DeAndre Hunter and John Collins. Those are the ones that are maybe more in the full court press. That's for Trae Young. Rudy Gobert, now the constant on the injury report with his groin injury. A guy I'll just continue to mix in as he has a nice ceiling. Kind of just where he's at there. Yusuf Nurkic for Portland. Another name that's just going to affect, again, names behind him. It makes like Jeremy Grant and others more viable in this main contest, and especially
Dame's
the other
been balling the F out too.
Exactly. And I will say, you said those 3, you said Golden State, OKC, Washington, San Antonio, and Sacramento, Minnesota, just 1 point or 0.5 points behind them. So these 4 is Atlanta, Portland. Those 4 games are all 237 and above totals. Pretty nice games to target. Atlanta's not the greatest defense. So
okay, so SGA goes first. Embiid, Luka, so no Luka dip here. Kyrie, you could twist my arm into Steph.
I would go Dame.
Or Dame. Yeah.
I would go Dame. I do like Steph. I think, again, when you do my typical, you do ceiling thing, you bring it down, whatnot. It's not that many points between Dame. It's 4 points. But, just for your first share, might as well work in Dame, try and get Steph in the second. Guys, I try and do that, think of combos like that. But I'm fine having more overweight to Dame.
My bro science says that Steph is really and the Warriors just need a dub and a big dub bad because they've been playing some like kind of shitty basketball. So, but you can't go wrong with Dame there. I mean, Dame's been balling out.
Sabonis for me probably.
I was about to say that this is an interesting decision here because like the higher total game is the Sabonis one. If there's no Gobert, I think Sabonis jumps up a little bit more too. Like Sabonis feels really nice without Gobert. And if we think he's trending that way, the other thing you can also say, like bull case, bear case, is Harden. If Embiid doesn't play, well, Harden's probably in the top 5, top 6.
Yes.
So, you can make a strong case for both of those, but I kind of do see like a artificial line in the sand after kind of that tier. maybe Trey plus Siakam are in that tier 2, and then you can kind of draw a line in the sand. I don't know. Trey's a little bit lower down for me today.
How
though.
about Nick Claxton? Just really being just an animal on defensively, and
I love me some Nick Claxton.
Obviously
I
does
love
well
me
here,
Nick
but
Claxton
that's
so
so
much.
crazy to see him in the top 15 ADP.
Yeah. I mean, well, ever since Durant's
Ben
been
Simmons
out,
Q.
and Ben Simmons Q2. I mean, not that guy fucking matters at all. I'm done with that guy. I'm over him.
Can I interest you in a 35.9 Ben Simmons ADP?
Yeah, I mean that's a fun 6th round nugget there for sure, especially when
that's something nice to poop
no,
on for sure.
It's fun, and yet again, when you say it, it's fun, and then it's the worst 6th round, and it's the worst at the same time. You click it, you're like, I'm gonna throw up quick. Like,
go look up a charity to give your $5 to instead of just the Ben Simmons in the 6th.
I love it.
Good. That's really good.
For me, when my eyes, like if I'm just going bro science and looking, my eyes through here, the taking some swings on DeJounte Murray with Trey out feels really nice. Taking some swings on Dinwiddie obviously feels great after we've seen what he's done without Luka the last 2 games. Then there was also one other name. Westbrook.
I would take Trey here.
Okay.
I would. Even though like he's questionable, I just
fall.
think the drop. Now you could tell me like why not take Murray, because Murray would still perform with or within him out there. Like it's obviously better. Yeah. But I mean, Trey, you're sitting at a 1.25 fantasy point per minute versus Murray, who's 1.09. So like, I just like Trey better there. And if Murray falls, I'm fine with taking them both. And now you have you have you know what I mean, you get the swap, and if they both play, that's still perfectly fine because of
I actually like that strategy a lot, Numi.
Cool. Yeah, that was smart stuff from the Noomster. A couple other names that I was thinking in there is, what's your read on Westbrook? I mean, like we haven't seen him play some poor basketball recently, but he has been on the floor with everybody recently. Now all of a sudden he gets a game tonight where he gets to rip, hopefully gets to rip. But I mean, Dennis Schroeder's been playing some good basketball as well recently. Facilitator, right? I mean, I don't know. So, maybe they steer away from him a little bit.
That's the thing. Of late, it's kind of been Dennis, like playing better. But 34.6, call it 35% usage, 1.37 fantasy points per minute for your boy Russell Westbrook. Sign me up. I'm gonna get my exposure to send over here. I'm gonna try and get that because I at one point through 40 drafts I was 75% Russ.
Here's a good a good nugget here. Grant insane splits without Nurk. Yeah, so you were 40 what percent Westbrook
through
there?
40 drafts. Through 40 drafts, I was 75%.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
and
so
it was all like fourth and third round Russ, because I just think he's gonna. I mean, I think it is just gonna move. He's at that spot. I just think. I mean, the spot just just screams him getting it. So I'll cool it down like if I need to. But yeah, it's just such an easy click.
Yeah, that's fair.
So here, I don't mind.
Grant, Paulo,
Keldon's fun in the highest.
Keldon seem good against the Wiz. Okay. Against the Wiz.
Yeah, it's just like he doesn't do anything except really like he just does not rebound well. He'll get you the he'll fill it up, and like so he's becoming more of a like, and hopefully he'll get those stocks. Another guy I'm gonna wait here that me and Chad were talking about that's pretty fun. I'm gonna hope he doesn't go.
Chip just said in the chat, he was talking about Maxey with Embiid potentially out, like how that could work nicely.
I was talking about Maxey last night. That's another fun one that I was thinking, like if he's out. Ooh, yeah, let's do Bridges. Dude, look at Bridges. You want a guy? I mean, look at this. Click at him and look at him. And then I can send you the thing like in our chat like later,
minutes,
but
42 minutes.
Shit.
And that's 30, but then it goes from like 37, 39, 40, 37. The dude just is out there running. And with or without Cam Johnson, I mean, he's getting you the minutes, and you just got to hope you can fall into some more stocks and get the points.
Sounds
good. Like a really good 6th-round pick.
He's fun. Yeah. He's a fun guy to mix in that feels safer than like not. He offers the safeness of just the minutes, plus he has the upside just to fall into more stocks or something like that. Like when you look at him, he's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Never pass on Q tag Rudy. That's funny.
Never.
I was gonna ask you, Numi, about this name. I mean, I think maybe it's too deep to go to Rui, but how it impacts Thomas Bryant or like something like that, because we're seeing Bryant get drafted in these quite a bit, but not Rui.
Yeah, so the Rui thing is basically kind of like he's down there. Projections aren't really showing him because they're not giving him the minutes. I am. Ooh, did they add the dunk? Let's go. Let's go. That'll be fun.
Let's go.
So I'm waiting. So I don't like to check on my phone. I will shout out. I do use the Spike Week everything, especially for MLB, and I use it. They've been sprucing it up for the daily, so that's been helping me on my exposures. I send it over there because it lags on the app, and I don't want to have to like do the freaking thing to try and get it. Let's see if I can get my. We'll have to wait for that to load. But I have a lot of Rui.
Me sitting in this dunk lobby right now is like the John Travolta meme from Pulp Fiction.
Dude, if I wasn't here, I would be in that. I love the dunk. I'm 0 for 2 right now since I brought it back, but that's because I've auto drafted like both times on accident. It just
somebody just walked in and you just peaced out on him.
You said nah.
This show's about action, baby.
So what do you
think? What do you think about trying to do a full court press? Is that too much?
Yeah, we should do that. Let's do it next. Let's do it next.
So
okay.
I don't have 8 Rui through 43, by the way. Like I like
Rui through 43 drafts.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. We roll the 101 because are we going Embiid here? Or are we taking the safe projectable stuff in either Kyrie or SGA? You've been talking
I would like to say just real quick, Joel Embiid is probably hungover. I don't think he plays. He was out with the owner of the Sixers, Michael, what's his name?
Oh my
the
God.
Owner of the Fanatics.
We got hand on the beer take. I love
he
this.
Hand on the beer take. Too many 12-ounce curls last night for Embiid. He's hanging out with Kevin Hart, Meek Mill. You think this dude's playing tonight? You're out of your mind. The Eagles just made it to the Super Bowl. He's not playing tonight.
And they
great point.
Oh my
Great
God.
point.
Pip, where were you last night when I'm drafting Embiid? You suck.
That's a great point. All right.
Pro
Science, SGA is the 101 now.
SGA, that's what I want to say. When
flu-like symptoms for Joel Embiid tonight.
SGA, when Lou Dort is not on the court or just like on the bench or not on the court, he sees SGA sees like 39% usage. Dude thinks he's Giannis out there. 1.7 FanDuel points per minute.
What is all right? Well, I think the question is, why does what does Lou Dort do?
What does Lou Dort do?
Why is he doing this?
Yeah, why is Lou Dort suppressing SGA like this? Yeah.
let me get this query up here so I can see. But yeah, that's just
hand in the cooler, baby. Here we go. Hand in the cooler take.
I swear, if I fade Embiid just from to come out and be just to show he can be hungover and torch the Magic.
Embiid's gonna be hanging on to Maxey, like walking back to the bench, a la Jordan and Pippen.
Well, now that's fine.
I think SGA gets in. SGA gets in the All-Star game with injuries. No.
Well, he'll be in the game.
Oh, starter. Oh, starter snub. I got you. Yeah.
Dude, the NBA, okay, here's what's wrong with, okay, I know there's a lot of things, but here's the one major
here's what's wrong.
About the NBA All-Star starters is they break them down into guards and positions still, which makes no sense because if you could just make Jason Tatum in that 2 spot or whatever spot you want to call it, then it's clear as day what the East starter is. Like it really is. It's clear as day rather than having to put like D Mitch and have to do with like or Kyrie and all these players. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, let me see here. He says it's clear as day. Let's see if I can name the East starters. Embiid, Tatum.
No. Because Embiid's not in because he's been missed the games and because of the positional.
Embiid's
But
not in.
you have
So I'm
Tatum.
I'm 0 for 1 on
Yep,
my
you have
first 2
Tatum.
guesses, and I can't even think of a third guess.
I just named the 2 literally that are in because they're guards.
Tatum. I said Tatum.
No, it's D. Mitch and Kyrie.
No. I know, but we're saying you wanted to name the actual starters.
The actual
Kyrie
starters
would
are D.
still-
Mitch, Kyrie,
No.
Tatum.
Like who we think would be
Oh.
without the positional designation.
Roger.
What prompted this
Roger.
conversation?
Yes, it should be
Yeah.
Giannis, Durant, Tatum, Embiid, whoever else you want to put in there. It should be those 4. Giannis,
Kyrie,
Durant,
Kyrie deserves it.
Giannis,
Kyrie's been
Durant,
playing good
Tatum,
basketball.
Embiid. Clear as day should
I
be
got
those
you.
4. And then whoever else you want to add in there, I think it's up for a lot of, like Kyrie. I think that's perfectly fine. I think it should be clear as for those days, even with Embiid missing.
We have the Atlanta decision. I think this is going to be a theme that you keep getting the Atlanta decision in the second round.
Yeah.
What about
We could do
Kristaps?
we could do something different like this and take these 2. I mean, Claxton without, AD there feels nice too. I mean, Rui can do some ball, but let me paint you a narrative on Nick Claxton tonight. Christian
I'm ready.
Wood on Christmas Day. Christian Wood again 3 weeks ago, bodying up Thomas Bryant because the guy can't play a lick of defense and filling it up. Nick Claxton fills it up tonight. 26 guaranteed.
Let's
26.
We're wheels up for Nick.
26, 12, 2, 1, 1.
Oh, 1 block.
Heard it
That's
here
it.
first. 1-1. Yeah, low stocks night for him. Because, Thomas Big Boy on the other end. But he's filling it up. He makes up the difference in the stocks by filling it up on the other end.
Let's see
we're
it.
naming the starters, and I fucking forgot Giannis. Like, I couldn't even, my brain couldn't even get Giannis. That's like the equivalent of being like, hey, name 3 quarterbacks. And me being like, I don't know. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, like literally the 101 on most nights. The guy, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm sending you the differences with Giddy Op. Not that you probably care on stream, but I know you wanted to see it. So here's the differences with Giddy on and off, or with Dort on and off.
Oh man. Chip just found his way to an Embiid Luka start. Wow. Ooh. That's pretty. And Trey,
Embiid,
wow.
Luka, there's been a lot of not a lot. That's been the coveted thing in the chat. I think, is that your second one, Chip? I think Chaos got one, and I think Chad has one too. Which is very fun. You like to get that.
Mix in Rudy Gobert there for the rings. The rings on the what's that? You fucking nerds will know that the Marvel movie where the guy
Infinity Stones.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The guy.
Infinity Stones. I actually have no idea. What's the guy's name?
Thanos.
Come on, dog. Thanos.
I actually have no idea. Thanos.
Thanos.
Hey, yo, speaking of flicks, I watched You People the other night and it was pretty funny. Shout out.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Thanks.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Speaking of flicks, what a transition.
It's just a cute little movie, has its funny moments. It's nothing too deep. I don't blame people if it wasn't their thing, but I thought it was better than I thought. I will say, I thought it was in theaters. I was like, oh my gosh, this is, but also seeing it in theaters with the people who made the movie definitely is intoxicating, and it makes you like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just being there. So I was very curious what people's experiences were like.
Oh no, I genuinely liked it. I was laughing pretty good there. Can
Eddie
we
Murphy
pair
is just
Giddy
great.
here? Who do you like here, Numi? I have no idea. We're pairing teammates, whether it's Giddy or Beal, I guess.
Let's do Capella. I like Clint, and then who are you thinking, Nez?
Would you dare do Giddy? Could we I can't believe you're even seriously considering Giddy, John.
So I don't know.
Giddy,
that's why I led it up to the gods.
Giddy with no Dort. Giddy with no Dort gets like a.
I don't care about the nerd shit. Just tell me to click it or no.
Giddy,
don't do
it's
Giddy. Giddy loses FanDuel points per minute. Let's do Beal.
Okay.
Beal, there we go.
We have Kristaps. Maybe Grant.
Jeremy Grant.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! See, this is you guys just bro scienced your way down. This is what I led with saying these are going to be pairing teammates no matter what.
I think you can do the pairing. I think I like the contingency play of getting the Grant at that pick, and then you could potentially get more. Like if Nurkic is out, I think Chaos pointed about the bump that Grant gets. It's obviously going to be a bigger guy out there. He's going to fall into more rebounds. I'm assuming his rebound percentage goes up, soaks in a little more usage. You just got to hope it's not Dame literally going for nearly 60 again.
We could have gone with like something like this and just kind of bought into that game environment a little bit too, and been like the narrative that like Steph isn't filling it up, but they play to that 240 total, and that the Warriors is filling it up there. You know, Brandon Santos, baby, my boy knew me. Damn straight, our boy knew me.
Our boy.
Our boy.
Our boy.
Our.
Let me do a little weather check because Texas is getting some nasty weather today. I don't know if you guys heard on the news. No precipitation yet, but it's getting a little icy around some of these parts. And
icy.
Salt trucks are not a thing in Texas. So
yeah.
If it rains and it's below zero, like the state is fucked. It's literally fucked.
That's what dude, we hit -20 in wind chill today. It's not been fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's kind of awesome though because like nobody does anything when it happens. It's
Fahrenheit,
just,
so I don't even know what that is Celsius.
Yeah.
It's close to, all I know is -40 Fahrenheit and -40 Celsius meet. That's like my one little fun fact.
-4?
No,
oh wait,
no,
Fahrenheit. I'm doing it the other way. -28. Dude, I have never been in anything remotely close to that in my entire life.
We have to open up our cabinets and like drip our things so we don't get our like our water pipes to freeze. And
yeah,
luckily we're on the second floor, so it's better. But yeah.
You kind of get sandwiched in.
The thing is, we're kind of
people hate Bradley Beal.
Well,
we have to take him.
He's kind of capped at like he's been awful. And he's capped at 30 minutes, not giving you those extra minutes. So it's like until he gives you that 34, 36 outing and is a little better, then he'll move up. But I mean, that's the time to take him. Like this is don't get me wrong. I am going to have some Bradley Beal.
I had so much 6th round Beal the other night, and it was just
so much.
Like
He had 23. So I know this is fine. It's not Underdog's fault. It's literally the stat. It's the way they scorekeeper guard. So like all of a sudden they had the wrong guy steal it at the beginning. They just had to do it as the play is going. Bradley Beal had 23 going into half. I'm like, oh baby, like let's go. I picked him over Ingram and all of them. I'm looking real good in lineups. I like come back in like the fourth quarter. Bradley Beal's at 20. I'm like, whoa. Where did he lost 3? He got 3.
He went backwards.
He got the steal taken away, and then literally I just did nothing. Just did it was all Kuzma.
Makes me
so
feel better.
It does.
Oh man.
Yeah, salute to you, Coffee.
Thunder, sleet. What the fuck is that?
Man, it's like.
So it's sleet is like a rain snow mixed, and it's thundering out there. So yeah, it's a thunderstorm. It's a thunderstorm sleet. Yeah, those are the greatest. Those happen a lot more in like the southern and kind of not up here because you get the mix. It's kind of like Nebraska, Kansas, all those mid states will get it because that's where it comes. It's going north, so you'll mix into snow going into rain.
Some warm air mixing in with it.
Or you have that at like a different, like early in the spring or like
early
an
spring,
icy
tornado,
late fall. Yeah, it's not great. I had to drive through that. We were getting sleet, and then we saw heat lightning as I was driving to Colorado a different time. And we had to race a storm and go all the way to Omaha and then cut on I-70 and go into Denver rather than cut through like South Dakota and Wyoming and all that.
Oh my God.
I got you.
Do ya?
Yo, these sickos in the draft. You love to see it. Look at his friends and family.
Look at all these freaking patches.
They're all taking Luka early first round. So, I mean, I know that it makes sense. I don't read into it, but I mean, it's just, I mean, I like to read into that. Like, okay, they're willing to risk it. Like, Is a larger slate. Oh, one thing I know, this is random. If anyone also think about PGA, we did get a confirmation. We are getting a $3 tournament just like the MLB that's going to be coming to PGA. So if you are looking into that and want to wait and you only want to put in a $3, 5.
What do you think they call it? The putting green, the putt.
You probably just name them. The way you come up with these
chip
names,
and putt.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly.
No.
Putting
I got
green?
it. No, I got it.
All right, let's hear it.
Chip and pup.
That's
because they call it the pup cup. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. They got so many options. There's so many little golf puns you could do.
Yeah, putt.
The birdie's cute.
Yeah, birdies.
What's an albatross again? What is that?
It's double eagle. It's a double eagle, so it's like a 2 on a par 5.
Okay.
Golf guy.
Yeah. I could do that.
Hey, Xander Shop, you want to see something amazing?
Xander what do we do here?
Like,
your boys had an albatross.
Wow. This is
we're doing a full court. I'm like, what is going on?
Darren
we
Fox?
just take our can we just take our Claxton?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the best guy there to be. You want to? I mean,
we're buying the hype. I like it.
We're not buying the hype. We're also
have a pretty good game against the T-Wolves. No,
he definitely could. I like.
Oh,
Fox.
That's a good one.
Pop and run. Huh? That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Run. Yeah.
One thing that's really, I added that minutes column in here.
Sorry, that's trap for as bad
that's
as
good.
Trap.
Well, there you go. Now you get your choice of Murray. You can take Fox, Krista. I would take Freddie Van, or like Freddie Van would be kind of really considered for me, dude. He's been balling the last month.
Let's take Kristaps.
I would take Murray.
Okay, let's take Murray. Well, you know what's funny?
I'm gonna say
what's crazy.
Now
we just had this decision. We just had this decision at the 101 in the last draft. We had the exact same decision, and we took Claxton and Porzingis. And then this time we're making narrative shifts for other picks. We literally had the exact same decision. It was trade DeJounte, Kristaps, and Claxton just sitting there. And now we're trying to Galbrain in the 12-man instead of what we just did
Mixing up your
in
exposures.
6-man. Yeah, in a different context.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with Krista. I'm low. I didn't want to be clear. I'm lower on Kristaps. I don't think I'm just don't. The spot is great. The matchup is great. I don't know what we're gonna. It's kind of like a wait and see. He comes out and puts the 60 burger on me. You know what? Good for you, Zinger. Like, congrats. Like, I don't have as much
baby.
As you. But for some reason, it just seems like it's a Kristaps is back. He gets thrust up to this ADP. Beal has been back. He just needs to literally get hot and figure it out. Everyone takes Kristaps. Beal's the one you need. I've been kind of playing it like that, but I will have Kristaps. And Chad, shout out Chad, gave me this awesome little nugget. In the past, what is this? Last month, Fred VanVleet has been averaging 1.15 fantasy or FanDuel points per minute. Scotty Barnes 1.13. Siakam's only 1.11. And he's like, why are we thrusting Siakam up to these picks when you can get basically the same thing lower? So that's a good point. Now, again, anything can happen.
And OG's still out.
OG's
so
still
it does.
Out.
It makes it more condensed.
Trent. Yeah, you have those boys.
Yeah. Because the biggest thing with the Raptors that we've said all season is just like, hey, we can't pinpoint whose game it's going to be.
100%.
Each, right? So it's
OG being out makes it
but
easier.
But if you take OG out, it makes it easier. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meteorology hour. Here we go. This is what we've resorted to on Mondays with no football, and we're drafting full court presses, talking about the fucking weather.
Well, you gotta. I mean, there's nothing.
Man,
this is what you get from us. You get authentic. Like, this is what we're gonna talk about,
true,
regardless if we're together. You're gonna get it over stream.
Yeah,
I don't know what Nez is doing.
A couple things.
He could die.
We still got 50 of us in here hanging out. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. I haven't asked. We're an hour into the show. I always F that up. But please, it does go a long way for us. We are playing that algorithm rat race game now that we have decided to start streaming every single day. There are some other things for us coming in the future here that are going to be pretty fun, talking through some stuff, but some more potential Badge Bros content coming in affiliation with some other parties. So that could be a lot of fun. And I'm staring at that orange logo from the 105, the tee box there. Couple irons in the fire, if the people know what's up. We've spent so many times on this show gushing over T-Box and his strategies and his whatever, and we may or may not have potentially tracked this individual down. And a couple things in the works. We're really hoping. So love to pick his brain in the future here. What are we doing here, boys? We could go with the Lakers
What about
route.
Schroeder?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Dennis
I
is
like
fun. It would either be Dennis or Draymond.
Dennis or Draymond, which do you prefer, Numi?
Let's do Dennis.
Okay. Let's do it. I mean, he's never going to fill it up, but like he's just one of those guys where if he finds his way into 15 points and then he just does everything else, like he's like poor man CP3, Like where he's just distributor, facilitator, plays a little bit of defense.
He's worse than a poor man CP3. He's a homeless man CP3.
Under the bridge CP3. Wait,
wow, come on. Oh man, that's good.
Well, I mean, come on. That's just disrespect to CP3. And as much as I kind of don't like CP3 because he's just a whiny little baby, I mean, he's good. All right.
We could go.
Simons is fun because he just gets the minutes.
Who is? Sorry?
Simons is fun.
Anthony.
Anthony. Puddle is fun. I like him a lot. So I would either do Jacob,
but we're not going to do the Mookie Betts thing again.
Okay, buddy, you just don't like if you literally, whatever. If you listened to podcasts and people talk in NBA, you would find the intricacies of NBA player nicknames and what you call
Puddle.
People do call him Puddle. J Putz. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I'll give you that.
Puddle.
I was thinking the same thing, but
like the puddle outside. The puddle outside. Nez's,
Bro, Chip can't even come at me. He doesn't even know who's playing on the slate half the time.
Ross, how many drafts do you need to get a badge?
1 million.
1 million drafts. The stipulations and the stuff is in their terms and conditions, but it's basically like a money threshold that you have to hit of total money in circulation or total drafts done. It's whichever comes first for you. And then there's the black badge first, and then the red badge follows. To be fair, I should probably know those offhand.
I think it's like 2,000 for the red.
2,000 for the red
drafts.
Okay, there you go.
Drafts.
Yeah. Which sounds like a lot, but when you play the daily stuff, it adds up faster. So you'll see a lot of players play like who just play best ball and they don't have a badge. But when you play the daily stuff and all of a sudden you start finding your way into 50 a day, it happens in a minute, right? Like
it does.
I got my badge in like a month in baseball.
Yeah. We almost need like a third or fourth level, like just to really.
There you go.
Nice.
People smarter than us.
Just
in
like the
chat.
way people galaxy brain, we just need to get to the third and fourth level. Like I can't keep customizing my avatar each day with the things I got. I can't. It's like every seventh day or sixth day I get to the freaking Rudolph nose or whatever, and I'm just like,
yeah. I can't show off my horns when it's been so long since I've binked a battle royale. Everyone's like, "You're a has-been, Nez. Take those horns off."
Dude, I change mine up every day now. That's just been my thing. And just every day I come into the lobby looking fresh, looking clean, new avatar.
Yeah, keep it fresh. Gotta keep the people on their toes. You can't let them know who Numi is just based on the Avi.
Yeah, based on the Avi. Yeah, you got to throw them for a little loophole here.
I think it was Rydock. It's like, is this the GTO like optimal? Like basically that you figured out is the way to go. And it was like,
dude, I used to do it all the time.
I know. I was waiting for you to comment and be like, he got that from me, but you never. You must have just not been lurking. I'm like, oh, you didn't see it. We'll just take it as mine.
I used to always, or just change the facial expression on it, or like just little stuff like that.
John is mad. John is
when happy. I was, when I was with the Team Full Tilt, and they give you like a custom avatar, There was like, 20 or whatever pros on the site that you would use like a picture of you or whatever. And I told them no. I was like, no, I just want the clown or the ninja. Like I was like, I don't want that. And they're like, well, you have to, like it's our policy or whatever. I was like, just change my name red, and let me keep just being the ninja or the clown. Like that's all I wanted to do, because I would fuck around with it so much.
Right? Like the I don't know if there's casuals. I don't know how, you know what I mean, but
oh yeah, there's tons of casuals, but
the less experienced players would just think you're a less experienced.
It wasn't a game theory thing or anything like that. It was just because I loved fucking around and changing the avatars and stuff like that. Because you could change like the facial. It was just like because it was a game within a game for me. The best basketball player on planet Earth available right to us there in Jonathan Isaac. He's gonna play 6 minutes tonight. Who do you guys like here?
So I mean, I like Nez's boy Kevin Herter. I do. That's a fun pick.
Yeah, Herter goes hard.
And being a 5th and 6th is so close to us that it's like I'll just take them and then we can kind of work with what we got. But yeah, I mean, look at it when it gets to these late round guys. I'd like to look at guys that can offer the ceiling. Maybe they're not popping there. He's still there in terms of like a rank, but he also gets minutes. Like he gets minutes, and those are the guys
Hardaway
you want.
Jr. still available?
I doubt
Tim
it.
Hardaway's yeah. He feels like
he might have been. Yeah, he was a fun guy I was taking.
He feels like a nice piece this evening. Like just same thing with Luka out narrative.
Roll down.
What about one of the guards from Detroit? What about like Jaden Ivey? Is Jaden Ivey there?
He's probably gone.
No way.
Scroll down a little bit. Just slowly a little bit.
Trey Jones.
Isn't Jalen Williams kind of balling for the Thunder?
He is. He has been too. Yeah, it's facts. And there's no Dort.
Jalen Williams with no Dort or I love me some Malik Monk.
Yeah, we'll just do Jalen Williams. That's fine.
Yeah,
he's been doing well, and he's been getting the minutes too. Like if I were to look, I think if I have that query up, it's probably not going to be great, but
we do the scroll the F down in NFL, and I'm like, yeah, man, rattling off like 3rd string tight ends and like 4th, like guys on practice squads that are going to get elevated. I'm like, yeah, these guys. And then like all of a sudden we do like 12-man NBA, and it's just like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, I know who like these guys are, but like, I'm like, I don't know who's good,
Mm-hmm. I was taking over Ben Simmons. Chip's mad we're not taking his
T-Bear right here.
I don't know, dude. I'm trying to figure out what he was like going back in the chat, like just randomly just came off, and I'm like, who are you like arguing right now? Like, who are you talking to?
Gone too far. I don't know, he's just voicing opinions. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I do think it's like a player-run league where they can like choose exactly where they go and their own landing spots and stuff like that. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing that players have leverage in situations like that, if that's what he's referring to. But I do think the NBA product is, I don't know. It's hit or miss.
He was saying he wanted like earlier. He goes
and the rests and stuff like that. Is that what he's talking about?
No, he wanted them to. He wished they would lock out the players. Playing DFS, I have no sympathy for player interest. The only star you can bet on playing us is Westbrook. And then I'm like,
I get what you're saying.
I'm like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, what does that even mean? And he just goes between tanking, rest management, and he just goes.
He's just saying that any given night people can just rule out for whatever.
This giant thing in the chat when no one even talked about it.
That's funny.
Whatever. Yeah, voicing some opinions. It's all good. It's a safe space, Numi. This is a safe space.
We double as a diary for some people. It's okay.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, you cowards taking Jalen Williams over Ben Simmons. That's a great point. We are cowards.
I love a good hot hand.
Good hot hand take. Oh man.
If you're gonna do another one, I just gotta say I do have to dip. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, maybe we rip. You know what? Let's wrap a bow on it today. I mean, these hoops ones are these hoops ones are fun, but we're gonna have a lot more stuff coming this week, and I got some shit to take care of today too. Call it slightly shorter than usual today, still an hour and a bit. But yeah, fun stream. Good. We got rugged on that NFC Championship game there. I still got some more football thoughts after the weekend there that we didn't really touch on because we didn't talk like real football. We were just talking like the contest specific. But we got some real. We got some. People are demanding puck. All right, fine. Yeah. All right, fine. Twist my rubber arm. You know what? Here we go. Let's go.
Go get it.
All right.
Go get
All
it.
right, we got to get it. For the people, this is the show of the people, platform of the people. Winnipeg, St. Louis Blues, single game contest, 27 max. Let's go.
Talk them through it, man. I'll see you guys later.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, Nez.
Peace, brother.
There we go. Let's do this. Hey, if we're still hanging out and we're doing a little puck now, platform of the people, we stuck around. Brett Boy's in here. We stuck around for you guys to do at least one more drop. So do us a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. Let's do this. Boom. Actually, you know, when we were talking wrestling the other day, we were talking about, oh shoot, what were we talking about? Oh fuck, I can't remember. We were talking about intro songs or whatever. I went back and I watched like some old wrestling like pops and stuff like that on YouTube. Man, they were so electric. Like what a dumb product, but just so fun when you were a kid. It was so awesome.
Yeah, we're taking Kyle Connor here, right?
I don't know. I guess. Is he the best?
He's the best. Around.
So wait, this is positionless with no goalies when it's a single game contest?
Yeah, and Winnipeg's got a 3.7. Winnipeg's favored and they got the higher goal totals. I would take a Jet, which would probably be Kyle Connor.
All right. We can take Kyle Connor, fall in line with ADP here.
Nah, it's projected the best too.
I like it. Pierre-Luc Dubois.
So yeah, no goalies in this single, I'm assuming. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's
no
like there's no pitches, no goalies in the single game. So I'm assuming we're going to want to get one of his line mates or a power play line mate with him. Granted, if we don't want to fall in line with someone that's in the same drafts, we can get kind of scroll down and bypass maybe the top guys. There are quite a bit of guys. Nikola Ehlers? Nikola Ehlers? I don't know. There's a J at the end. So Ehlers, Mark
Ehlers, actually.
Ehlers. Okay. There you go. And then how do you pronounce it? Mark Scheffley?
Mark Scheffley. Scheifele. When you say it multiple times, then I forget it. It's Mark Scheifele.
So so here I'm seeing we either do this top guy, or we do Josh Morrissey as another line mate, a potential.
Okay, so Pierre-Luc Dubois is playing on the same line as Kyle Connors. Kyle Connors plays the power play with him there. That's a pretty easy pairing, and it doesn't always fall to 6. So that's a good one. We're going to need one blue for sure. I kind of like taking Torrey Krug here.
So yeah, I was gonna say he's projecting, and I like getting the D-men. He's a guy that seems to get those stat right there. Yeah, some blocks and some hits and whatnot, and then can also contribute in the points.
He's an offensive-minded defenseman, but he's also on the ice a shit ton as their number one unit for
minutes.
Everything.
Minutes.
Yeah. But we're buying minutes with a guy like Torrey Krug.
We like that. And then we got our one-off. We can always pair them if we want, but then we at least got our St. Louis guys. So we're not boxed out.
Yeah, agreed there. Let's see here.
So if we wanted to pair him, we could do.
Yeah, so he's PP1, and I think
line
he's PK as well.
Oh, he's PP1. Okay, because it says line 2.
He's not
at
on
least
the
for
PK.
This. It says there he's on peak power play 1.
Yep, PP1, baby.
Got you.
I have no lean on Robert Thomas. If Robert Thomas is playing tonight or not,
he's not in projections, but you can get the swap.
Scroll the F down. How about
Brandon Said. That guy he's on the same
Brandon
power
Saad.
play. He's on the same power
Saad.
play.
Former Chicago Blackhawk.
I guess you could do Thomas, and if he's out, you just get Saad. That would be the way to do it, right?
We took Brandon Saad. Yeah, the only other way I was gonna scroll down and take Nick Schmidt. Let me see here, but I don't know if he was. I'm curious to see what he's playing.
Nate Schmidt. I have him here. Estimated line or even strength 3, power play 2.
Oh, PP2. Yeah, the thought process was maybe he'd get like a little bit of run over Josh Morrissey here, but yeah, PP2. Because he's like offensive-minded defenseman who was like supposed to be a big signing for the Canucks after they did a trade and sign, I think. Yeah, with Vegas, but who knows? There's a little puck talk here. Yeah, look at these puck bunnies down right. Let's go.
Hey, the people demand
Fading
it.
Tarasenko.
We're a multifaceted company here. We do what the people want.
Yeah. Yeah, Chip, the Albatross is coming. I was demanding the Albatross today. I told Numi I want to come on here. I was like, we're leading with the Albatross. We're just jumping right in. And he needs some prep.
I need to know the basics. I need to know who's available. I want to we can't go in here telling my takes of golfers I think are good and would be this when I know absolutely nothing. And I would
That's
be,
why
it would be the least.
Just
no,
doing
it would be
the
least
content.
No. It would be the least informative content. You would have to label this as we don't know anything. This is entertaining.
The people aren't here for information. The people aren't here for information. The people are here to have a laugh, man. We're not that content. I don't know what kind of content
you want to do one by yourself and name it, but I'm not doing it.
Baseball and football were like pretty informative. Hoops were like getting there, and then everything else is just kind of like just bro science our way through it kind of thing. Have a laugh, right?
I mean, golf is one of the easiest things to do.
Oh, the $3 just
dropped. Let's go. What's it called?
The warm up.
Oh,
the warm up PGA.
The friendliest little PGA tournament ever. You got to hit that dog off of it, right? Oh, they have a club. Okay, cool.
There you go.
But yeah, that should be fun. Should be fun stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we'll do some PGA stuff in the future, I promise.
Perhaps tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what kind of. It'll be interesting to see when the NFL stuff drops, and it's gonna be hard to talk about contests for 2 weeks. But there might be so many changing variables between Mahomes' health, Kelsey's health. I really wanted to talk about Pacheco's usage versus McKinnon, how they basically flipped there. Numi, you look like a gopher that popped out of his hole, and it was like looking around. You can't give me one more minute before you check outside. What? Oh man! All right,
checking. I got notifications. I'm just checking them out.
Oh man, you guys is millennial generation, man. All right, guys, appreciate everyone hanging out today. Do us a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll be hanging out in the Deposit Kingdom Discord under the Badge Bros channel the remainder of the day. Good luck to everybody playing the Hoops Street. If you are not on Underdog Fantasy, what are you doing with your time? Use promo code BADGE at sign up for 100% match deposit up to 100 USD. Anything else to add, Nume?
No, sir.
Yeah, we're good. Big shout outs again to Dusty16, Anthony, big BR takedown. We'll be back to do some more content for you tomorrow. Same badge time, same badge channel. On behalf of the Badge Bros, everybody's favorite time of the show, the end. Peace.